Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, finally. I wanted to really get this video out this week. I've been feeling a little under the weather, but I wanted to make sure I got it to you guys since a lot of you guys asked me questions and I really wanted to answer them for you. Some of you guys might know me from real life or from Instagram. Some of you guys might know me from Nick's channel, or maybe you guys don't know me at all. So hopefully this video will give you a better look into my life and help you get to know me a little bit. So actually, before I start, I wanted to just say a little bit about the channel. I definitely want to keep it like vlog style, maybe like some challenge videos. If I travel for modeling or anything like that, I want to film that type of stuff. So I'm going to try to keep it consistent, hopefully start with like a video a week or something like that, but I thought this would be a good way to start the channel out. So without further ado, here we go. So I'm going to start with like a really basic question first. May I ask where you're from? I was born and raised in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I actually lived there until the beginning of this year. I moved to LA, but I was there for college for the last 4 years, and I was going back and forth between like traveling for modeling, and then I'd go home for the fall for school. So yeah, I've lived there my whole life, and now I live in LA. I obviously got a lot of questions about modeling. One of the like basic ones that I always get asked is, when did I get into modeling and how did I get into modeling? So I first started modeling when I was 17. I got scouted and I lived in Albuquerque, like I said, so it was like always a dream of mine to do modeling. But when you live in like a smaller town, I mean, Albuquerque's not a small town, but there's not really a market there or like big agencies. It can be difficult to like break into the modeling world. So I actually got scouted. I used to work at PacSun. I got scouted there, and I signed with a mother agency in New Mexico, and they actually were able to sign me with agencies in Miami, LA, New York, and stuff like that. So that's how I got into it. And I think the first place I ever went like traveling for modeling was LA, and then Miami, and then New York, and then I kind of bounced around, blah, blah. So yeah, that's when I got into modeling and how I got into modeling. I actually also got asked a lot what I would be doing if I wasn't modeling, and like I said, I went to college. I got a degree in both sociology and psychology, so if I wasn't modeling, I'd probably be pursuing graduate school and maybe a career in one of those fields. And someone also asked like if I'm going to further myself in school or if modeling's my main focus, and I would say for right now, I'm going to focus on modeling. I decided to take some time off of school after I graduated just because school's a lot, and I was, you know, always wanting to try and be able to focus on modeling solely, so I want to give that some time. But I think eventually I'll probably go back to school just because I worked so hard for my degrees, and modeling is not a career that you can do like forever. So I'm basically going to focus on modeling now, but I think one day I'll go back to school, or at least get a career in my degree. So someone asked, did you ever play sports? Actually, I danced for quite a while, I think like 5 years. Which is totally a sport. Dance is super difficult. I did like hip hop, jazz, ballet, contemporary. I also played volleyball for like 1 year in high school, and I played basketball and soccer when I was like little, but I'm just not very athletically inclined, honestly. Like, I didn't have that great of coordination. I was never like really into it. So I played sports, not super well. I was kind of always more into school, so yeah. Nick actually asked, what has been your favorite shoot you've done so far? People always ask that. It's kind of a difficult question. I think like, I guess the coolest thing I've probably done was a shoot I did in Germany, just because that was my first time traveling out of the country for a job. So it was just a really different experience, and I mean, that's like one of the coolest things about modeling, getting to travel and experience new places. So that was super fun. I just did a shoot in Mexico, which was a beautiful location. I kind of got eaten alive by mosquitoes, which was not that fun, but it's just so amazing getting to experience new places. So those have been some of my favorite. I also did a really fun shoot in Palm Springs earlier this year, and it was just like an awesome all-girl crew, and the pictures were dope. It was for Show Me Your Moo, so that was a fun one too. Here's another one about modeling. How do you overcome jealous people in the modeling world, and how do you know who is a true friend? I think this is a question not even just for modeling, but just in general in life, like knowing who's a true friend. I mean, I think you kind of know, like people who love you for you and want to support you and are there through your good times and your bad times, and just people that make you feel good when you're around them. I think that as you get older, you kind of realize like it's kind of pointless to waste your time with people who don't make you feel like that. So anyone who you feel like yourself around, you feel happy around, that's obviously a true friend. And overcoming jealousy in the modeling world, I don't know if you mean like me personally or like other people being jealous, but it's definitely a competitive career, and it's hard not to compare yourself to other people, and it's hard not to be jealous of other people who are successful. I think it's just like human nature, but I think you just have to focus on yourself and always being better than yourself rather than comparing yourself to other people. And if other people are jealous of you, like haters or like whatever, I think that you just have to realize that that's kind of a form of flattery. Like if someone's jealous of you, then you're obviously doing something right. And if anybody's like talking down to you or anything like that, I think you just have to brush it off and focus on yourself, really. My grandma asked me a question. She said, do you believe in goal setting and what keeps you so motivated? So that kind of ties into the last question. I think just focusing on yourself and becoming a better version of yourself is like the #1 way to motivate yourself. It's hard to like get caught up in, you know, I'm here now, I wish I was there. But I think if you like look back on how far you've come and just continue to focus on that, that can be really motivating. Like, look how far I've come, I just want to keep improving and doing better. And do I believe in goal setting? Yeah, for sure. I think setting goals is a super important way to better yourself and to achieve things. You're just kind of getting caught up in your daily routine and not really thinking about what's ahead. It can be hard to like achieve things. So if you set like concrete goals, I think it can be a really good way to motivate yourself and a really good way to achieve those goals. How tall are you and where did you and Nick meet each other? I'm like 5'9.5", I would say. I think that's like the last time I measured, but my agency sometimes rounds up to 5'10", so somewhere in between there. And Nick and I met each other in Miami almost 4 years ago now through modeling. We were both out there like spending time, and we met through our mutual friend Austin Scoggin. Some of you guys might know him too. I actually like knew who Nick was before from Instagram, so it was pretty funny when we met each other. And actually we did not get along at first. He's really quiet, super talkative, so I was kind of like, what's up with this guy? Why is he not talking? But as we got to know each other, he like really comes out of his shell, so obviously we hit it off. Someone also asked, who's better at cooking, Nick or Courtney? As you guys may or may not know, Nick eats basically the same thing every single day, so I can't really comment on his cooking. He doesn't really cook for me that often, but he has a couple of times before, and it's like pretty good. And I also like don't really cook that adventurously. I actually like to bake, so I don't know, that's kind of a hard question. He's good at cooking his meals, and I'm good at cooking mine. I don't know. What is your favorite cuisine? Ooh, that's a hard one because it's a toss-up between like Mexican and Italian. I love pizza and pasta, but I also love like tacos and burritos. So I don't know. Maybe if I had to choose, I would say Mexican, but I do love pizza, so I totally just dropped the camera, so hopefully the angle is the same. But I was on this question. My friend Jimmy asked, if you could know the absolute and total truth to one question, what question would you ask? Ooh, that's some deep shit. I would say probably like what happens after death. I feel like that's like what everyone wants to know, so, but I don't know if I'd want to know, because if it's like nothing, then it's kind of depressing. So it's like red pill, blue pill. Do you want to know, or do you just kind of want to like live your life in bliss without knowing the truth? I don't know. What do you guys think? This is an interesting one. You get one celeb and one movie when you're stranded on a desert island. Who do you choose and what movie? That's a hard one. I'm not really like super into movies and actors and stuff, but my favorite movie of all time is Sound of Music, so I'd probably pick that one. It like reminds me of my family and of my childhood, so that would be like a pleasant thing to watch when I was stranded on a desert island. And one celebrity, I'm kind of obsessed with Emmy Rossum from Shameless right now, so I'd probably take her. She seems like a super cool girl to hang out with, and she's really smart, so maybe we could find our way off the desert island. My friend Eki asked, is Nick the same guy today compared to when you first met him? And if you had any place in the world to travel, where would you want to go and why would you want to go there? The first question, is Nick the same? Definitely not. I think we have brought out like really good characteristics in each other. Like I said, he was really quiet when we first met. He's definitely come out of his shell a lot, which is awesome. He was also even more strict about his diet and workout when we first met, so he's definitely like loosened up about that a lot. So, and I think, you know, We've been together for 4 years, so we've definitely grown and matured as people since then, so definitely not the same person. And if I could go anywhere in the world, oh man, that's a hard one. I mean, I've always, this is kind of cliche, but I've always wanted to just like go to like the Bahamas or Bora Bora, like somewhere super beautiful, like postcard, picturesque. I just love the beach, and I think that those type of places are like breathtaking, and I would love to go there, so that's what I would choose. My friend Fadi asked, if you could choose one single food item that you can eat for the rest of your life, what will it be? And I can't pick chocolate, protein pancakes, chicken nuggets, cereal, or ice cream. That sounds awful because eating one food forever would, like, you'd get tired of it no matter what. So, I don't know. I love pizza, but pizza for breakfast is like kind of disgusting. Maybe a breakfast burrito. I love breakfast burritos. All right, last question. Someone asked if a movie studio was to make a film about me and my life, who would play me? And I actually had to think about this one for a while, but I think I would choose Zendaya just because, you know, we're like kind of the same skin tone, height. She's super funny. Maybe I'm super funny. I think I'm funny. But I think she would be like a cool person to play me. We're around the same age, so that's who I would choose. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. So that pretty much concludes this Q&A. Thank you to everyone that sent me questions. I hope you guys got to know me a little better, and I hope you enjoyed. If there's any more questions you guys have that I didn't answer, you can always ask down below. Or if you want like a more specific Q&A, like about modeling or about like my diet, exercise, or my skincare routine, or like whatever, I can definitely film some of those in the future, so let me know. And if you want to see my videos in the future, please subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I have another one out soon. And thank you guys for watching. See you later.